What's up, everyone? Appreciate you guys tuning in. I know that this wasn't the normal time that we'd like to do things. Obviously, it got a little bit crazy this week with NFT NYC, which, if any of you guys were there, you know how much of a blast that was. Good networking, hearing about cool projects, meeting cool people, spreading the word about I got it and the charter members. I was out and about, so I'm glad we could do it now. I know it's Thursday night football, probably not the best time, but wanted to answer some questions for you guys as I'm sure you see in the community, a lot of people still learning what's going on and all that. So happy to break it down. So to get right into it, a couple announcements on the charter athletes themselves. Obviously, yesterday was the very last day to purchase your Fernando Tatis charter charter club NFT. I'll be releasing the final numbers of those that were claimed or purchased before the end. Next week will be the next Wednesday. We'll be finalizing the Vlad Guerrero Jr. Initial offering. Then the next week, Ronald Acuna Jr. Which for all my Braves fans out there, congratulations! Big night last night or 2 nights ago. Got some really exciting things planned with his first event NFT. So if you haven't already, I highly recommend checking that out. I was on the phone with his agent today, talking about a couple ideas that we have for that first event NFT. I'm really excited. And then the week after that, you'll be able to get Shane Bieber. So really cool stuff going on with the charter program. All right, so a little bit more about a couple of Discord announcements. Austin will be posting updates tomorrow, but basically, what we're going to be doing in order to preserve and foster engagement within the community, we're going to be consolidating the player charter channels into one charter club. So if you go down to the charter member NFT category, you'll see charter club. You'll see our buddy Fernando Tatis Jr. is already in there. He made a post. Tomorrow, we're going to be opening it up to anyone who is in possession of a charter member holder. I had mentioned last week that we're working with Collabland. I actually met with their CEO while in New York City to push things forward. A couple of technical things that we have to work out on our end, but we're going to make that happen so it's easier to confirm or deny if you have a charter member. But what we're going to be doing, and again, Austin will break it down. We're going to be manually inviting every single person with a temporary link to join the charter club chat, and then as well, all of the athletes are going to be in there. Um, and it'll be strictly for charter club holders only. And as the charter community grows, we'll continue to further break it down. But we just felt it made sense for all of these core day one charter holders to build relationships with each other and enjoy the perks of what being a charter club member has to offer. And you know it's November 4th, 2021, to be able to say that you were in this original chat, which we'll always keep it for the OGs, but to be in this original chat, that we think it'll be really cool. So that's something that we're going to be rolling out tomorrow. You guys will get access into it tomorrow. Players will be popping in every now and then, sharing behind the scenes things that are going on. And again, that'll be strictly for Charter Club holders. Before I get into any questions, a couple of things I just want to touch on for those who may be new to the community. How best to utilize the fan cave. So there's two really cool things. Is first, I would head over to Rep Your Squad, and if you're a sports fan, throw on your favorite sports teams that you want to represent yourself in the fan cave. So if you're a Yankees fan like me, you can select the Yankees icon, and you will be automatically have the Yankees colors and logo as your name appears in the community. If you're a Giants fan, also like me, same thing. And then Draft Room, you can check out there. Those are our professional sports team clients on the physical memorabilia side. So if there are any of your favorite teams in there, head on over, and you can opt into their VIP channel by selecting the icon, where we'll post information and have some cool things going on. And as well, if you guys have any other ideas on how you'd like to see some cool things, be able to rep your team, rep your NFTs, or anything like that in the community, don't hesitate to reach out or to drop messages the server suggestions channel. We always really enjoy hearing your guys' feedback. And at the end of the day, I've said it once, said it a lot of times. We're ground floor right now. And we know that we're not going to be able to get to where we want to be without the community. So we want to make sure we give you guys the best experience. All right, getting into some questions. First, Austin, can you bump the YouTube link for where we're going to be recording this for people that weren't able to make it? All right, getting into some questions. Are there any more athlete AMAs coming up and that we can look forward to? Yes, yes, yes. So right now, I haven't announced it anywhere, but we have Jawan Johnson, tight end for the New Orleans Saints, locked in for November 16th. Um, Pro tip: he'll be releasing a pretty funny charter member TikTok for his, I think he's millions.7 TikTok followers. I don't know. He's busy, but I saw the first one he made. It's really funny. So he'll be one. We're spacing out. Just so you guys know, all of our athletes have baked into their contracts that they have to do that initial AMA, and every single response we've gotten out of Mikey, Tatis, Hardman, and Dan Sorensen, where they loved it and asked when they could come back. So by the community showing love to them, they're more incentivized to want to come back. They will come back. We're gonna have. I'm actually speaking with Acuna's agent tomorrow on finalizing a date for him to come in. His is going to be a little bit interesting. We're going to have to figure out if we're going to need to use a translator or however that might work, but we'll keep you guys in the loop. Same goes for Vlad Guerrero Jr. And then Shane Bieber as well. So that's the baseball guys. Obviously, I'm coordinating AMAs with all of the college football guys will be rolling out. All of the NFL guys will be rolling out. So I didn't want to do them all at one time, and for you guys to be like, oh, that was cool for 2 weeks, and then not have anything else to look forward to. So don't you worry, we have a lot coming. As a charter member, will we only receive NFTs? Will we have access to other incentives as charter members? If so, like what? So this will kind of touch on another follow-up question as well. Like, this is the athlete's charter. It's powered by I Got It, but this is really what the athlete wants to do. So there'll be a lot of cool things. Like, and a big thing is we didn't want to, our utility and additional incentives, like we don't want it to be gimmicky, right? And we understand that the utility needs to last the length of time, and it can't just be a one-off thing here or a one-off thing there where that has nothing or has no value in the long term and except in that short term. And as you saw, like Mikey, one of the first ones, and this is what our teams kind of came together and decide and thought of was by offering that free T-shirt for all the event number one NFT holders. Like, in the grand scheme of things, that's not something we're going to be doing all the time. But understanding Mikey's demographic, that younger, new generation that may not necessarily be know what NFTs are yet, we wanted to help give that physical, tangible item in order to kind of bridge the gap and help get that community into the NFT community in a little bit of a way that they may be able to understand. So I wouldn't expect to see anything gimmicky or anything, that's a one-off type thing. Everything we do is for the the duration, it's for the thinking down the line for the duration of the athlete's career. And then as well, again, as I mentioned earlier, only charter holders will have access to the charter club chat. And there will be some cool things that come into that as well. We're working on some cool community-based things that will tie into being a charter member. I know that licensing is a bit of a workaround kind of thing, but what will the NFTs actually look like? Stat-based, cartoon animated, or maybe none of that is decided yet. So it's an excellent question. So again, this is the athlete's charter. It can be whatever they want it to be. So with Mikey, you saw the first one was were highlights of his Battle of Miami. We're working with a bunch of different artists that are outside of I Got It to do some cool things, and that's as well a very important part about our charter program is if the athlete wants to partner with another artist or with another creator, they're more than welcome to do that. But the great thing is that's anything that they do is going to go through the charter program. So if there was this musician or an artist that the athlete wanted to create something with, it's going to our charter holders for that $1. And that's, that's how it's going to be for the length of time. And so whether that's, you know, just a cool creative piece, or there's, music attached, or there's, a 360 memorabilia piece of, their sneakers from that game, or their cleats, or their jersey. There's a lot of different things that'll go into it, and just sitting here and pigeonhole a couple of different like things isn't what we're planning to do. It can and it will evolve, but like the possibilities that you can do. We've seen like what's going to happen with Tatis's event follow. Or I and our team have seen what we're going to have for Tatis's follow on. It's going to be different than Mikey's. It's going to be different than the Acuna one that's going to be coming out, and it's really exciting because there's so much that's able to be out there. Where do you see the future of this going as in 2022 around summertime? So between now and summer of next year, other than cold weather where I am, um, we're going to be. So we launched our baseball guys. Obviously, Mikey was the big launch. The baseball guys was more of a soft launch, to reel in on the heels of the Mikey launch. We're going to be rolling out strategically college football, and this is in no direct order. College football, NBA, NFL, MMA, and a couple more that we don't have locked in, but those we do have locked in. We have a pipeline of over 40 athletes, and it might even be over 50 athletes now, in the immediate term. And then we're going to be, don't tell anyone, we're going to be releasing NFTs for the Pro Football Hall of Fame and the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame. So that's going to be separate from the charter program, but you'll see a lot of new activations with different athletes centered around those activations. So really exciting. And between now and 2022, I would expect for you to see a lot of notable athletes that you guys, um, as sports fans, I mean, if you know who Mikey is, I'm sure you guys are gonna know who these are. And I'll reiterate, we pride ourselves in only working with the best of the best. We don't want to come out and put out a product that's not up to your guys' standard, not up to our standards, and not up to the standards of our charter holders. What maybe is a list of all the other athletes that you will be bringing into this space. So there's a couple that you can see on our website. A couple that we can mention right now are, on the college football side. You'll see Quinn Ewers. You'll see Bryce Young, Christian Harris, um, couple Derek Stingley Jr., a couple guys like that. Again, those are all on the website. NFL, a couple of names that we can mention are Aaron Donald, Tyreek Hill, um, and a few more like that. And that's probably about the liberty of what I'd be able to say. Um, so yeah, so again, we're only positioning ourselves to work with the best of the best. Obviously, the college guys are a little bit more of a gamble, same as Mikey, a little bit of a gamble, just given their age and unproven status, if you will. But that's what makes the charter club fun, right? How do I become a charter member, and do I get access to the charter club if I'm only invested in one athlete? Excellent question. So you can become a charter member by purchasing one of the charter NFTs on the I Got It website. Austin, if you could drop the link in the channel. And so basically, you purchase a charter and you're in. And if even if it's just one athlete, even if it's just a green, if it's a platinum, if it's a black, you're in. As we said, this is very, very early. So we're going to open up, different levels and different things for different holders as we progress forward. But at this point in time, we think it's beneficial for the community as a whole, as we're still at this kind of smaller stature, to really come close together and be able to enjoy what this is together as being part of that ground zero, essentially, members. Will the individual charter channels, as in Mikey Williams and Fernando Tatis, be removed forever? Excellent question. They will not be removed forever. We're gonna lock those down, and Austin, you can correct me if I'm wrong. We're gonna archive them. They will be here forever. And like I said, we do plan on opening those back up once we have more users in there. Because I mean, as I'm sure you guys are very well aware, the amount of charters that are out there is very limited, and there were a lot of people who were buying up a lot. So the amount of individuals is not a ton. So we wanted to make sure that those that are a part of it got to be able to not be too spread thin, if you know what I mean. Um, so yeah, all of the content will be saved, and as well, we'll have all of our athletes posting in there and posting in the charter club. So don't think that that's gone. We wanted to just help improve the community in any way that we can. And after a lot of back and forth, we thought this was kind of the best route to go. Is there a possibility to get a DAO NFT of I Got It in general? Also, is there a possibility to be more involved in this internships careers? College student need an extracurricular. Great question. So as of right now, we don't have a DAO NFT of I Got It. I mean, we could speak all offline about that of what you kind of be looking for in terms of internships or careers. I mean, you gotta let me know your skills. But I mean, if we're always looking for people to be active in the community, so if that's something that you think you can bring, we'd be more than happy to bring you along, especially if you're a sports fan. I know that we're wor- we're we're working Austin hard on the back end of our Discord, and I mean the whole I Got It team. We're all in, and not only on the NFT space, but the physical memorabilia space as well. So, if there are any sports fans out there who are looking to get involved, feel free to hit me up on Discord, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, or whatever, and we can talk. We can talk more. Don't see any other questions. We'll wait a minute or two before we lock it down. Um, but yeah, I mean, we're excited. This was a very good week. NFT NYC got to get some exposure out there. Obviously, we didn't have an event. We were too busy about planning around these drops. But we fully expect to have an event next year at NFT NYC as well. We fully plan to have an event at the Super Bowl, as the LA Chargers are one of our clients. So definitely expect an I Got It NFT presence, and I Got It physical memorabilia presence at the Super Bowl. And then as well, I saw on Twitter, they actually responded back to one of my tweets, but I guess there's a NFT Miami conference that's going on around Art Basel. And as well, yeah, we're expanding into the art space. Again, hush hush. We're going to be working with an artist who will be a large part of Art Basel in launching her charter collection. So if you're down there, let us know. But exciting things are coming. Exciting things are coming. Will future AMAs be done on these stage channels via voice instead of text? Yes. The first reason for the text was it's easier for the athletes. They don't have to, they can just sit behind their computer and just answer, like, eat and not have to answer the questions they don't want to see and things like that. The second one is, you know, we wanted to show people that, like, we weren't, full of it. Like, these athletes are a part of these channels, and we wanted to kind of showcase a little bit. So that's why you'll see that our event stage is still up top with the Tatis, Mikey, Nicole, Dan, just because we wanted to to give this community a little bit of credibility when people are coming in. They can see that, oh, these guys are here. But we do plan on having voice AMAs, just because, like, as I'm sure if any of you guys were here for the Tatis one, it was absolute madness. Like, Austin and I tried to slow down the amount of people that were engaging and things like that, and it was just nuts. And I was actually on the phone with Tatis while he was doing it, and he just couldn't stop laughing at how many people were just blowing it up. So yes, we will be doing a more voice. And this was our very first one of recording. We're gonna start to have some more fun with it as we expand, as we grow. So expect these weekly AMA sessions and the AMAs with the athletes themselves to transform into something that's completely different than what you're seeing now. So if there are any more ideas on how to best do it, or any platforms or things that we should do, feel free to drop us a message. We'd love to hear it. All right. So that we'll wrap it up with that. Um, we'll expect an announcement for all the charter club holders tomorrow on getting access to the charter club. Austin will be the point man for that. And as well, next week we will go back to the Monday night, or maybe we'll do a poll if we want to do it on Tuesday since there's no Tuesday night football. Maybe we do that. And then as well, there'll be some more exciting things that are dropping within the Discord community. Some cool updates, some cool fun things that will be happening. So we'll keep you in the loop there. Appreciate you all. Enjoy the rest of your night.